Haddonfield's homeboy, Horror from the Grave. I'm back, bitches. Just wanted to get down on this shit. I promised you guys I would get down and dirty and do some episodes. And as you can see behind me, I'm moving. There's a lot of shit that was there at one time, but it ain't there no more. It's at the new place, and I did get a new fucking intro. One of the killers hooked it up, and I don't have the time to edit them together right now. But once I get moved into the new place, we'll get down on that too. And let's just jump into some killer questions. That's how we're going to start it off from here on out. Blink's Alien Guitar asked, what did I think of Scream 4? Blinks didn't like Emma Roberts, said that he thought that her acting was cheesy and she was trying too hard in their opinion. Well, I liked the movie. I thought it was cool. I'll agree with you. Emma Roberts wasn't the greatest pick for the role. If you ask me, they picked her because of her last name. We all know that. But I did like the end, and I like Nev's little fucking shot to remakes that Wes wrote in there for all the people in Hollywood. Maybe it'll snap everybody out of the little fucking remake bullshit. And but all in all, I liked the movie. I even did a little tiny review for some Hollywood review channel on YouTube. I don't know who the fuck it was for, but like a lot of the killers saw it and said, yeah, we saw you do a Scream review. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. The kills were good. It brought it back to the old school. Let's see what the new one's gonna do. And that film will also be out on October 4th, I believe, on DVD and Blu-ray. Next questions come to us from the Bloody Machete 69. What did I think of John Carpenter's They Live? That movie's fucking awesome. I love it, I love it, I love it. I just saw it in the theaters not too long ago. I have a poster from our little independent theater here that played it. They played that, and they played David Cronenberg's Videodrome back to back, so we saw those. It was definitely good. They Live's awesome. Rowdy Piper's the shit. I'm a big wrestling fan, if a lot of you don't know that, for the new killers that are around. And yeah, it was a fucking awesome movie. That was John Carpenter's little diss to Reaganomics and everything that was going on in the country at that time. Bloody Machete also wants to know, what type of slashers do you prefer? A monster killer in the woods like Victor Crowley, or a killer stalking a bunch of teens in a small town like Scream? Well, of course, I go for the killer stalking teens in a small town because of Michael Myers did a lot of stalking in a small town, and Jamie Myers wouldn't be Jamie Myers without Michael Myers, so that's how that goes down. Question number 3, do you think a slasher film would be awesome if it starred The Undertaker as the killer? If so, what would the plot be? No, man, I'm not a big Undertaker fan. I know there's a lot of people out there that are. But no, I'm not. And plus, I don't know, I think wrestlers act really good in the ring, but when they get in front of the camera, including Hulk Hogan, with the exception of Rowdy Piper, and John Cena's done okay in 12 rounds, I like that one, and The Rock's done pretty good, but some of it, like Kane, wasn't very good. Mr. Anderson, Mr. Kennedy, whatever you want to call him, he wasn't very good. So I don't know. I don't know if I would like The Undertaker as a slasher. Maybe a creepy mortician that doesn't talk very much would be cool, but not a slasher. The Slasher Championship is up for grabs in a Hell in the Cell buried alive much head decapitating blood-soaked elimination match between Jason Voorhees, Chrome Skull, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Victor Crowley, Pinhead, Chucky, Angela Baker, Cropsy, Leatherface, Uncle Frank, Dr. Chenard, Candyman. How would the match play out, and who wins? Note, for example, everyone has their own power and shit. Freddy has his dream powers, and Pinhead can use the chains. Well, I think first to be gone would be Chucky, of course. I think that the Rey Mysterio angle wouldn't play very well in that match. It definitely wouldn't. He could run and do all this bullshit all he wanted, but I think he'd get caught and fucked up real quick. Dr. Chenard, would it be Cenobite Dr. Chenard or just regular Dr. Chenard? Because he would definitely be one of the ones at the end. But I think it would come down to Jason, Michael, Cropsy, Victor Crowley, and Angela Baker, because she's so fucking scheming and cunning. I think that's who it would come down to, but I think, of course, you know who I'm going to pick as the winner. I think Michael Myers would honestly win because he's intellectually way above all the rest of the people on this list. So I think that's how it would happen. He would take the title probably from Jason, because I think him and Jason are the ones that would be in the end. That's for damn sure. If you had a chance to referee a WWE match, what type of match would it be and who would be in it? Past or present wrestlers? I would really like to do Kurt Angle. I would like to be the referee of Kurt Angle versus CM Punk. I think that would be a fucking sick match. It would be real technical. Or I'd like to do Chris Benoit, CM Punk. I'd like to be the referee of that match because very, very, very technical wrestlers. We'd probably do like a submissions only match, and that's what I'd like to be the ref of. Do you like when WWE does those soap opera type storylines with the wrestler and a diva like John Cena and Kelly Kelly? No. I don't even watch WWE anymore, to tell you the truth. I was real interested with the CM Punk thing that went on recently, but now that it all seems like it was kind of bullshit, and CM Punk was doing his own thing, and this was Vince's little plan the whole time, because TNA was kind of kicking their ass a little bit, or Impact, I should say. I'm sorry about that. It seems like they were kicking their ass a little bit. So I don't know. I don't even watch WWE. I keep up with CM Punk, and that's about it. Do you like sex comedies? If so, what are a few of your favorites? Sex comedies, would that be like American Pie, Road Trip, shit like that? Yeah, I like those, but I think my favorite of all time as far as sex comedies go would be The Last American Virgin. It's an 80s film. It's funnier than fuck. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you check it out. It's fucking awesome. Do you think they should make it a tradition by making a new Friday the 13th every summer, kind of like Saw and Halloween? I think it'd be awesome because Saw is getting tiring, and Friday the 13th has a formula that never gets old. Hot girls, teens, sex, drugs, parties, and a bad motherfucker with a hockey mask wielding a machete. Of course. If it was the way it was when I was a kid, you had a slew of fucking horror films in the theaters at one time. So, you know, you'd be like, fuck, Friday the 13th, I already seen it, there ain't nothing else to see. Like now. Back then, you're like, Friday the 13th, then tomorrow we're going to go see Nightmare on Elm Street, and the next day we're going to go see this or that or whatever the fucking case was, because that was something always coming out in the 80s. And yeah, that would be fucking awesome. If it went back to the old way, it would be fucking great. I would love it. Everyone would love it. Let's see here. Who is the best Halloween heroine in your opinion? With me, it's Rachel Carruthers from Halloween 4. I don't know why, but I prefer her to Laurie because, don't kill me, I don't know why, but I think I prefer her to Laurie. Please don't kill me, Jamie. Ha ha ha. No, I won't kill you, bro. Your opinion's your own opinion, and that's fine and cool over here with me. I don't know, because I love Danielle Harris, and she was awesome in Rob Zombies 2 and in 4 and 5. She was awesome in all 4, whichever character. But Laurie is so fucking classic that I don't know. I think the nod would still go to old JLC as Laurie Strode. 10. What are your top 25 movies of all time, horror or non-horror? Mine are Shawshank Redemption, Fight Club, Goodfellas, A Nightmare on Elm Street, RoboCop, $1 Million Baby starring Clint Eastwood, They Live, Die Hard Part 3, Shutter Island, Taxi Driver, The Departed, The Terminator, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, The Hangover, Due Date, Back to the Future Part 2, Rambo Part 1, Tremors, Escape from New York, Halloween, Scarface, Heat, Black Swan, Ghost, and Kill Bill. Man, 25? I don't have time to do 25 right now, but I will message you my 25, bro. We'll just talk about that on our own, because you have a real diverse list, and I have a diverse list like that as well. Mine's not just all fucking horror or whatever, so Yeah, I'll get down with you on that. I'll message you. Who are your top 3 WWE wrestlers of all time? Mine are Triple H, Chris Jericho, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Mine are Hulk Hogan, Kurt Angle, and probably Macho Man. Macho Man was the shit, man. Jamie, you seem to know a lot about wrestling. What was up with the Jeff Hardy and Sting match at the TNA pay-per-view? The match lasted like a minute. It looked like Jeff Hardy was either on drugs or high. Okay, you want to know? I got that pay-per-view, and plus I know a couple people that work for TNA that are actual wrestlers that are on every week. You've seen them before. I ain't going to drop any names here, but what happened was, before the match, they found Jeff Hardy passed out in the bathroom. Like, he pulled the trash can over on top of him and shit, and he was all passed out and fucked up and acting stupid. And it was supposed to be like a 5-star match. They said that Jeff was like real ready to go in the days leading up to the pay-per-view. Sting was all about, they were going to have this great fucking Clash of the Titans. It was going to be fucking awesome. And then Jeff got all whacked out and wigged out on drugs. So Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan got pissed and told Sting, just take the belt right away. Don't even fuck around. He could barely even get to the ring. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but he stumbled coming to the ring. So they were so pissed off at him, just said, fuck it, we're just going to take the belt from him right now, make it quick. And if you notice, he's been gone ever since then too. Here's a little tidbit of information for you. He's going to turn heel when he comes back. I mean, he's going to turn babyface when he comes back. He's been heel and he's been gone, but the way that they've talked about him and stuff, like, you know, after all that happened, he's going to come back as a babyface. So mark my words on this day today, which is Sunday, July 31st, 2011. You watch, he's going to come back as a babyface. It might not be right away, but give it a couple weeks, he'll turn babyface again. What are your thoughts on a few critics that I've read saying that the horror genre will be dead in about 2 or 3 more years? Well, you know how I feel about that, man. As long as people like us and people like you and people that used to be here that aren't here anymore, as long as we're all repping the horror thing, you know, it's going to be fucking, it's going to be a good thing. And if you're into making independent horror or working on independent horror, anything like that, I suggest you do it, man. It's something awesome and fun and really cool to do. Get with people, network with people, find out what people are doing in your own neighborhood, man. You never know, you might be in the next Halloween. Fuck, you never know. Let's see, what are your thoughts on Rob Zombie, the rumor on Rob Zombie directing and writing a remake of The Crow? I've heard that too, but there's no telling right now. I have heard a few things floating around from a few people out that way out west, and they've told me there's some rumors about that going around, but he's got a full plate right now. He's got a lot of shit going on, so that will remain to be seen. Have I seen Hobo with a Shotgun? Yes, I hated it. I liked it, but I didn't like how they tried to make fun of child molesting and stuff like that. I wasn't into that. Who do I like better, Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck? Daffy Duck, of course. What'd you think of My Soul to Take? I didn't like it. Joyride 1 is awesome. Still haven't seen 2. Let's see here. Alright, Bloody Machete, that's going to be it right now. You asked a shitload of questions. I answered most of them to the best of my ability. We're going to get on to a few other killers, get some more questions cranked out here, and then we'll get on to the news. So keep riding with me. I'll be right back.